close your eyes. Now, think of your favorite TV show. Think of your favorite episode. Or if you're like me and can't choose a favorite, try and remember the pilot episode. Specifically, think of everything that happened. Remember the plot, remember all the little details, flesh it all out, stick to it, and open your eyes. A few months ago, I did a small version of what you all just experienced when my parents sat down to watch Parks and Recreation, a show that I had already seen. Since I had enjoyed Parks and Rec, I decided that I'd sit down with them and watch the pilot episode one night. As the show started, I realized that the main character's hair, Amy Poehler's classic blonde cut, was a little different than what I had remembered. As the show progressed, I remembered that a lot of other different things were happening that I did not remember at all. For example, it was Tom, not April, who said one time I convinced Leslie to try and back someone a fruit roll-up. This baffled me. I thought I knew the show so well, and yet here I was, feeling like I was watching it for the first time. I encourage you to look back on the episode that you just thought of a couple moments ago, and to rewatch it when you get the chance, because odds are, what you remember and what the show actually depicts won't match up perfectly. Even though they are of things and events that happen at one time, in one place, and in one way, our memories are constantly changing and evolving. Why is this? To understand this phenomenon and to perhaps use it to our advantage, we must look inside our own minds. Our memories are the firing of neurons to different parts of our brains to stimulate what we felt and what we saw at the original occurrence of a memory. These memories, contrary to popular belief, aren't held in file cabinets or on shelves like photos or videos, but rather as random on-the-fly recreations of what we saw. This chaos is what makes our ability to accurately remember vulnerable. In a study done by Daniela Schiller of Mount Sinai Medical School and her former colleagues of New York University, it was discovered that memories are, each time we remember them, we are more likely to get it wrong. Like a game of telephone happening along the line of times we remember something and retell a story in our brains. This discovery has implications that may change the world of therapy forever. Each time we remember something, we relive those moments and re-feel those emotions. But if we're able to change our memories, we can evoke new emotions and new feelings towards what happened. It's easy to see how this ability to manipulate and alter the mind and the memories can affect and aid those suffering from PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, caused from traumatic events in someone's life. So this all seems good and well in a controlled clinical environment, but what if I told you that changing memories actually happens a lot in our own minds and in our own lives without us even noticing? A schema is a mental model of an object that can distort our memories. For example, if Sarah went to her older sister's college dorm, she had never been to a dorm before, but she had seen them and read about them in books and movies and TV shows. She may go and see all these clothes and books all about her sister's room. But when she goes back to tell her friends about it, she recounts about all the clothes, books, and makeup that she saw. The makeup wasn't actually there, but it was a part of her dorm room schema, so that's what she remembered. Source amnesia is another reason for distorted memories, where one doesn't accurately remember where the information they got it from. For example, if you're driving your car and you see a car crash on the side of the road, you may go home and tell all your friends about all the details, how it started, what happened, and how it ended, when in fact you weren't there to witness all of it. You may have seen it on TV or heard about it on the radio. You're not deliberately lying, you just have source amnesia. The misinformation effect occurs when someone's memories are altered after the fact by a piece of information they received. Dr. Elizabeth Loftus, an influential psychologist, did research on this effect in her stop versus yield sign experiment. She took two groups, showed them the same video of a simulated car crash, and told one of the groups that the stop sign that was actually involved was a yield sign. When asked later to recall the video, the group that had received the misleading information tended to claim with certainty that it was a yield sign involved, while the other group had a more accurate recollection. The hindsight bias is the tendency people have to shape the past to better suit the future and the present. For example, If Laura's boyfriend cheats on her, she may remember him as always having an air of scandal and promiscuity to him, even if this is not the case. The overconfidence effect is the tendency people have to overestimate their ability to accurately remember information. All of this poses several questions, two of them being, how much of our memories can we change, and how much of our memories should we change? How much of our lives can we change, can we alter? How much can we make a person debilitated by remembering having an abusive childhood? How much can we make a person cool and suave by remembering being the popular kid in middle school? But should we even change our memories? If our memories make up who we are, should we instead live with them and evolve with them rather than change them to make us better, make us who we want to be? Dr. Ian Malcolm noted this dilemma between science and morality best when he stated in Jurassic Park, "Your scientists were so preoccupied with whether they could, they didn't stop to think if they should." In our minds, we want to be someone else. We want to be better. There have been stranger ways to kick a bad habit, so why not change your past? Remember a better you. But this shouldn't be the case. We should instead live our lives like we are. We should evolve with our memories. We're constantly changing, and we should accept that. I say all this to you because if in the future you're presented with a pop-up ad like this one, I want you to remember the consequences of this possibly dystopian future. Thank you.